Hello, 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 hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to All Stock Trades. How's everybody doing today? Hello, hello. How's everyone? All right, guys. Well, happy Sunday. We got a lot to expect in this week's market. We'll go ahead and reserve it to the research edge, but I wanted to basically talk a few things just to kind of condense this video down to the most important elements. Before we get to that, I just wanted to give a shout out to what's up, Mr. B-Rad Cooley. I love you too. What's going on, Richard? Ethan, as soon as I saw the spreadsheet, I knew a live was coming. What is Ethan talking about? Well, Ethan must be part of the lifetime access, right? You saw it, right? How you doing, Nurse Cubana? Hopefully we can, we can get you integrated, right? Or I'm going to be working on that, get you that integration there, okay? After selling more puts, my cost base is now 0. What? Right? Because at that point, you got the freaking shares for free, right? Sunday special. Al, give us a silver lining. Is Max Payne over? I have to look at it honestly for this week, but yeah, I haven't looked at it to be honest. This week, we rising. Okay, can you play that music some more? I really get into it. You really get into it? All right, here it is. And another one. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. What's going on? What's going on? Our good month is coming soon. You know, I'm telling you, man, we've had a good year. Holy moly! I mean, just look at this, guys. Holy moly! I mean, that's just from the year to date. I mean, you go all the way here. I mean, it's up 461%, right? So we certainly had a good August and a good October. All right, so I want to be a little serious with you guys, okay? So you guys saw the title. We're going to show you guys this, but just something, yeah, right? Nice laugh, huh? Yes. So, okay, guys. So I get it, right? A couple months ago, this thing was 60 freaking cents. I get it. Okay. And it's hard. It's hard to average up, isn't it? I mean, it's very painful. I mean, a lot of folks on a stock terminal, we're wishing this thing is $2, man. We're like, please fill in that gap. Gaps don't have to be filled. That's a misconception. Okay. So it's painful because imagine you used to be able to get approximately 1,800 shares for $1,000. $1,000 would have gotten you 1,800 shares. And now 1,800 shares is like $6,300. So $1,000 now that would get you 1,800 shares you would have to spend $6,300. That's painful, isn't that, right? So what's even more painful is this thing shooting up to 10, right? 1,800 shares at $10 is $18,000, right? So that's pretty painful. More painful than that 6,000, right? So it sucks. When a stock goes up this quick, you're like, man, oh man, I wish, right? But this is the thing, okay? I've been telling you guys about free cash flow for a long time, and now you are starting to see the power of the intrinsic value calculation. You guys are starting to see what an intrinsic value calculation can get you, especially when a company becomes free cash flow positive. So what I want to basically tell you now is I want to share with you this table, okay? This table ranks Clover Health in 2 categories, 1 in the United States and 2 in the world. Globally, Clover Health is ranked in the top 244 best stocks in the world. How many stocks are there in the world? Well, approximately 33,000 stocks. Clover Health is in the top 244. But what about the United States? Ladies and gentlemen, Clover Health is ranked 77 in the United States of America. Yes, you heard that right. Clover Health is ranked number 77 in the United States of America. Okay? USA, right? I feel like I should play that song. And I'm proud to be an American, and then put Andrew Toy's face on there, right? with a hat on. I'm just kidding. Okay, never mind. I'm going too far. Okay. All right. So all right. So I'm having too much fun, right? Now, interestingly, the market cap here is about 1.4 billion. Clover's market cap right now is about 1.7 billion. So I could assume that this is only going to get better. Okay, this is only going to get better. All right. Prior owner count was 158. Now we're at 198 owners. Okay. Let's see here. What's going on here? Hello, just went through your videos and I have a question. I noticed that you first talked about Clover in 2021 when it was 822. Well, here's the thing, Jerry. There's something called dollar cost averaging and buying the dip. And I also have a video here. Oh, where is it? Let me basically see. It's a fair question that definitely deserves an answer. I also made this video too, and I'm a lot of videos. This is my favorite one. You can already tell I'm mean business on that one. This one was published on December 29, 2022, right? And we were banging the table when this stock was around 60 cents, 70 cents, 80 cents, 90 cents. We were banging the table saying this is undervalued, right? We were banging the table so much that no one was talking about the stock, to a point where if you look up CLOV stock and look at images, all you find is us. All you find is us, right? So the question is this misleading? No, it's not misleading, right? There's a lot of value in Clover at 8, but there's certainly crazy value at 60, 70 cents. And we put our money where our mouth is, and we went ahead and we went down really heavy when it came to Clover, to a point where we have right now in our stock terminal platform, we have approximately $55.3 million in collective Clover net worth. That's only a 30%, 33% response rate. We have more than $55 million of total growth in the investment we made in Clover Health. And if you go and look a little deeper and look at the Reddit page, you'll see the portfolio that we possess, right? So our portfolio speaks for itself, which is sadly a quantum leaps ahead of the normal average retail investor portfolio. But guess what? We're trying to basically help people essentially see the light of the intrinsic value calculation. So in terms of misleading, no, I think your comment is a little harsh. And you can go ahead and look at our videos and study our videos. We were banging the table saying 60, 70 cents is an undervalued stock. In fact, if you were to go to Twitter here, and I want to pay a little close attention to this so we can, we can squash this right where it needs to be, right? So let me go ahead and there's a lot of images here, and I want to basically make a one if I can find it. It's one of my favorite posts. I even tagged Chamath. I'm like, Chamath, tell me I'm wrong. Let me see. Where is it? Once I see it, you can't like unsee it. There it is. You see it's right there. Clover Health book value per share. Dear Clover Health family, today I share with you an enlightening observation that holds promise, yada, yada, yada. You can go ahead and read it, okay? I go ahead and compare share price to book value. The share price went down, and it went down the book value. And it literally went down to 60 cents. And I said that, pretty much like this is the biggest opportunity in the market. The biggest, and we got about 10,000 views on this one, right? And I said, trust the process, right? So, we were, the graph showcases the company's book value, just the Brazilian stock price over the time. The profound insights is that purchasing Clover Health stock, here it is. Are you ready for this? The profound insight here is that purchasing Clover Health stock now equates to buying it at a core equity value. When you subtract assets from liabilities, what you're getting is almost liquidation prices should the unimaginable happen and Clover Health faces bankruptcy. That's exactly what Clover Health is selling at. Then I said, but here's the silver lining. Recent developments suggest that Clover Health is on the cusp of profitability, right? We were basically talking about this, right? And we posted this in 2023, right? So while you're mentioning all this other stuff here, you know what I mean? So let me see here. Yeah, so I don't know. Honestly, what is it? But yeah, we really are big owners here. I don't understand what you're saying here. But you have readjust price target lower and lower as time goes on. Well, that's because look at the rev. You see, that's what I'm saying. Investor Jerry, I hate to sound rude, but you don't know what you're talking about, right? Why did we readjust our price target? What has happened to the overall revenue growth rate of Clover since 2021 and now? They were focused on profitability. Like I said, as we collect more data in, we want to go ahead and set an accurate price target. And what happens to our intrinsic value calculation, right? We go ahead. Let me open up. Where the hell is the intrinsic here? One moment. Let's see here. Here it is. I mean, this is on the video that we just said, right? Look what happened. With it's the growth rate, 13%. I'm going to make this kind of simple. If the growth rate goes down, the price target goes down. If the growth rate goes up, the price target goes up, right? Clover Health had to decrease their overall growth rate because they wanted to basically cut off the fat, which was ACO, and focus on MA. Listen, I don't know if you're trolling or not, but I'm giving you the answer, and I don't. If you think it's misleading, go ahead. To all the people that see what we've been doing, awesome. We're going to go ahead and make our millions, and you could just stay on the sidelines. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, right? But let's see. Invested Jerry, I started buying at $10 in 2021. 3 years, 5 months later, I'm up 500K or 49% year over year. Would I say it's a good investment? Better yet, would you? There it is. There it is, Investor Jerry. And B-Rob is pretty well known in the Clover community space. So you know that. Listen, this is not a like these are not fake accounts that are on here talking, right? I don't do that, right? I mean, just look at my subscriber basis. If I did that, I would have more subscribers, right? My channel, I try to make it as honest as I can get, right? And there it is. Price target is based on company valuation and potential. It doesn't take into account macroeconomic conditions or industry, right? So there it is. Sounds like you did DCA. That doesn't really say much. Okay, I think you're the new Laz, honestly, man. What do you mean that doesn't say much? That's the purpose of calculating an intrinsic value calculation, right? Again, you're taking taking a lot from the video, sadly, because I was going to talk about how Clover is the top 77 best stock, and it's clearly that you want to distract the retail investor community space from this fact, the fact that Clover is about to explode, and now all of a sudden you come online doing all this. But let me go ahead and just humoring you, thinking that potentially you are just trying to learn. Let me go ahead and spend some time. Okay, here's intrinsic value. Okay, when a stock is underpriced versus overpriced or versus at value, an intelligent investor, and this is not financial advice, this is just what intelligent investors do. They go in and let me just kind of lower the brightness here. My eyes are killing me. They go in and they purchase the stock heavily when the stock is underpriced. Think of a Black Friday sale. Would you want to go ahead and buy your Ralph Lauren shirt at $100 MSRP? Or would you rather rate Black Friday when it's $20 freaking dollars or $30 or sometimes 60 cents? So there's something called a priced associated DCA, right? Where you DCA accordance to the valuation of the company, right? Now, sometimes you may not know the company will go lower and lower, right? We had the crazy killer inflation. So the stock got into a position where it was literally trading at book value, which is at clear liquidation prices of what I basically said. So then you calculate the intrinsic value, and then it went down here. So to say that, oh, sound like you did DCA, that doesn't really say much. Well, my friend, it sounds like you didn't DCA, and that says a lot about you, right? And that's all I have to say, right? Okay, so Jerry, don't act like mainstream media taking snippets and manipulating to your own perspective. I mean, there it is. I mean, right? I mean, yeah. I mean, oh shit, Ken is here. Guys, you're gonna kill Ken. Ken's gonna come an hour from now, message me. He's like, "What the hell's wrong with your freaking YouTube people? What's going on with your?" Oh, here it is. At Kevin, I'm suing you for defamation. There he is. There he is. All right. Let's go back up. Let's go back up. All right. But honestly, investor Jerry, right? Is that what it is? Jerry Springer, right? What's her name? Right? Investor Jerry, I honestly, I tried to answer you in the best way possible. I spent like 5, 6, 7 minutes on this. At the end of the day, sometimes, I sometimes I know I'm talking to a brick immediately, but, I humor myself and I'm like, maybe this brick can like break out of its matrix. But unfortunately, you're just stuck in there. So, it is what you can't help everybody. But again, I tried, right? And God can basically tell him, what can I do, right? You do your best, right? All right. So, all right, I need CLOV to drop below 3 so I can buy more. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? We wanted to drop more, right? Again, this either this is a troll or retail community. At Michael, he's looking at the mother of the growth. I mean, it really is. All right, we definitely spent time on that one. Okay. Nope. Look at that. Right. Rank 77 is based on $1.4 billion market cap. That was late September-ish. Exactly, JC. That's exactly what I was going to say. And then I saw Jerry's comments. Oh, let me just go ahead and talk about Jerry's comment. So, all right, back to the big thing. All right. Okay. So this is the big deal here. Okay. The fund score, according to Fintel, 95.64. This thing is killing Palantir, guys. This thing is in the top 244 best stocks in the freaking world. And then it's in the country rank best stock 77 top stock in the freaking United States. Now, again, I'm not trying to be what's the thing that the mainstream media always calls Joe Rogan? I'm not trying to be a God, what is this thing called? A conspiracist theorist, a conspiracy person. But I'm gonna go ahead, tin foil hat on. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on my tin foil hat right now. Okay. I like this one. This one's cute. Okay. I'm gonna put on my tin foil hat. Don't you find it funny? Okay. You know what? Just give me a moment. Let me turn on the lights in the house because the daylight went away. So now I'm like in a dark room because I was watching the sunset. I'm in a dark room right now, and it's kind of freaky. So hold on. Let me just turn on the light. Hold on. Okay, I am back. Let's go. All right, so let me put on my tinfoil hat on. Don't you think it's funny, okay, that all of a sudden now, and Renaissance Technologies Mandelian Fund has known this, right? Renaissance Technology has been buying Clover for a very long time. In fact, we could go ahead and just zoom here and we can talk about it. So here's Renaissance Technology. As the stock price goes down, right? Renaissance Technology has been increasing its ownership in Clover because obviously it's misleading, right, for them to do that. And clearly, it doesn't mean much. Like, what the hell? So don't you find it funny, right? Because Renaissance has their own AI, right? And they were able to basically capture Clover even when Clover was at, in the upper $5 region, $6, they were buying, right? In the 350 and I'm sure they were buying before, they were buying, right? And then and guess what happened? As the stock price went down, their rate of increase of buying became even more. So what I'm basically trying to say is now that Clover is becoming free cash flow positive and now soon to be profitable, and then they're about to turn on their growth machines, other people, like, for example, Fintel, is starting to track institutional ownership, and it's starting to see prior ownership count of 158 to ownership count of 198, right? And it's starting to pick up on the reality that, this thing's is a top stock, right? But don't you find it funny? I've never seen Investor Jerry. And as soon as I go ahead and I make this video, right, which again, it's always been hush hush, right? You go to Jim Cramer's show and he's like, I don't want to talk about Clover. It's a good company, but I don't want to hurt anybody. You remember that, guys, right? And don't you find it funny? All of a sudden, this investor guy comes in, Investor Jerry comes in, and it's almost like he detracts from the main topic, right? And the main topic right now, regardless of where Clover is now, a lot of us are millionaires now in the stock terminal, right? So I don't care, regardless of what happened, we knew the value of Clover. Just like when a sale of a t-shirt goes down, we kept on buying. We're not like other people where we just stopped talking about it, right? I made over 700 videos on Clover, right? I was like literally banging the table. So again, that's why I'm more leaning to the fact that Wall Street and hedge funds don't want us to know that this is the top 77 best stock in the market right now in the United effing States. Okay? They don't want us to know this, right? And it's almost like you're going to see a lot more distractors. You're going to see a lot more of these folks coming on in, because I'm telling you right now, they don't want you to know what you own. They don't want you to know that, to a point where you were in Jim Cramer's show and he's like, yeah, it's a good company, but I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hurt anybody. Who's anybody? Who's them? Who do you not want to hurt? Who is them, right? The institutional investors in which you work for? You don't want to hurt them? What about the retail? I mean, it's not like institutions are watching your show. It's the retail community space that's watching your show, right? You have no shame. You have no shame, Jim, right? You have no shame. Okay? But this, as what JC was saying, the rank 77 is based on $1.4 billion market cap. Yes, that's correct. Because look, Clover now is ranked, its market cap is 1.7 billion. So could their rank increase? I don't know. Potentially. But look at the allocation change. An increase by 142 freaking percent. Ladies and gentlemen, okay? Ownership count change, an increase of 25.32%. Ladies and gentlemen, we are holding a top stock. We are holding a winner. It is going to happen. If Clover can execute, turn on that freaking growth machine, we are about to go to the freaking moon. Okay? And I don't care what investor Jerry Springer show, I don't care who Jerry Berry, right, goes in. We are going to go to the freaking moon, okay? Regardless, it's literally that. I see it, right? So, all we need to do is we need to get to that return to growth phase. We need to capitalize, and the main thing that needs to happen, the main thing is that Clover assistant, that counterpart assistant, has to work in Iowa. If it doesn't work in Iowa, it'll be a disaster on the SAS, and unfortunately, it'll go ahead, and we have to focus on the MA business, which is fine. But Iowa needs to work. And from what we hear, what Peter's saying is they're seeing the results. They're seeing the results. And I think Duke and all the other platforms that they have, they've already been licensing out the Clover Assistant. And I think they already have the data. Because why would they go public with it? Right? Why would they go public? Okay. So let's see here. The Al stock members should be considered as one of the owners' big amount here. I mean, we are 100%. 100%. We're going to the moon. Definitely. There it is. And there it is, B-Rob. I am up 500K, right? B-Rob is up literally $500,000, okay? And guess what? We haven't even started yet. We haven't even started. There it is. We talked about this. Al has never been misleading. The amount of work he puts into research is groundbreaking. If you think he's leading the wrong path, then you're clueless. And here's the thing. A lot of folks on our stock terminal, you saw, I'm in my vacation now, Thanksgiving and everything, and look at all of the groundbreaking deep dives that we've been doing. In fact, just to give you an example, watch our HIMS video. We give an example on deep dives there, but just, out of just here, this is a deep dive in Palantir. Look at this research. Look at this deep dive in Palantir, right? Right. So this is just one. We have over literally, I think I made 40 documents or something of just straight up due diligence on stocks, right? Because we went ahead and we released our what do you call it? We went ahead and released our stock market picks, not our portfolio hedging modeling picks, but we released some pretty good stocks, and we released deep dives. And again, those are accessible for our lifetime members as well as our subscription-based users as well. So again, for folks that are wanting Black Friday, we have the Black Friday sale, and the coupon code is expiring. So definitely take advantage, right? Definitely take advantage. And again, you can just see it from the people, right? We have never, ever misled anybody, right? Yes. I mean, you can go ahead. I mean, just speak to the people, right? Because I've always been, I've never wronged anyone in my life, right? Let's see here. He's already proved himself. Whatever happens now exactly whatever happens now with the stock. I mean, pretty much. I mean, you can look at the result. I mean, having returns like this is insane, right? And it's and that's just the beginning, right? There's a difference between investing and trading. The community invested in Clover. Exactly. Jerry, don't act like me. Oh, yeah, there it is. It's snippets. Exactly. It will always be a risk regardless. Kevin is here to say that Jerry is my alt. Oh, shit. Ken is here. That's what I was saying. Let's see here. Hindenburg was scam, drove Clove. Yeah, exactly. And now we're finally getting back, right? Suing for defamation. You shouldn't pay attention to these accounts. No, exactly. Stay on the positive track. No, I agree with you 100%, Driver. It's just, just in case if someone else had that question, I just wanted to just kind of deal it on head on, strike first, right? Was it Cobra Kai, right? And just kind of, because again, this is a live, right? Nothing here is scripted. None of these accounts are fake. None of these haters, there's no silencing of them. This is a pure, because here's the thing. Don't you wish universities were like this? I mean, it's a different topic right now, but just let me tell you, you go to a university, you can't even speak your truth anymore. You can't even basically speak without being silenced and being scared of being canceled. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to have a live, like a YouTube community space so we can talk amongst each other and actually get to the core root of life and really try to dig down to these stocks to figure out kind of if is there any worth to them, right? And that's I think that's why our platform has been doing well, because everyone's is able to be creative, right? Everyone is able to speak their mind, right? But I totally agree with you, right? We know what Clover is about, 100%. No money till Clove hits stride, right? There it is. Haha, Jerry equals money makers. Just asking questions from the video that I watched yesterday. I apologize. Well, I mean, you don't have to apologize. You see, and that's the thing. That's why I spent time on it, because maybe you are, a real human being that's not a, hedge fund. That's, and that wants to, and it's a really good question. And I gave you the answer, right? The answer is here, right? So, DCA shows conviction and future valuation. Doesn't say much, question mark. I mean, I get your comment. I mean, you have to admit, this is where I started getting upset at you, right? This is where I started going at you, right? Was when you made that comment. B Rob responded to you and you said DCAing doesn't mean much. That is either you're a beginning person, you're a beginning investor, but or you're acting like this on purpose. That's when I got kind of pissed off, right? You're spending too much time on Jerry. He's not worth it. Again, so it's unfortunate. Well, I've never DCA'd because I never bought. Just discovered Clove from your videos yesterday. Understood. Well, you can go ahead and take a look at what we do. My recommendation is learn about intrinsic value. Then you'll understand kind of what we're doing. Bill ain't happening. B Rob, you could have made more if you put the same amount of money and it went to 35 instead of DCAing. What? What is he saying? What? I'm confused. Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying. I'm lost. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to look at that. I don't see CNC on list. Damn, Investor Jerry just thrown around like a rag doll. Investor Jerry, I could have made more. I'm making 50% year over year since 2021 in Clover Health. So how is that a bad thing? Could have made more. Where? Without hindsight, please, sir, tell me where. Al made Jerry. Jesus. Jesus. Guys. Holy shit. Let's see. To the moon. Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Rocket Red countdown liftoff. What are you, Elon Musk? I'm just kidding. Yeah, isn't that crypto or something? I'm not too sure. I don't know about that. I agree with all the other already using it. There's no need to go public with the details. No, exactly. I think so. I think they already have the data, because why would they go public and tell people that we're doing this if they know this is not an experiment for them. They know this works, right? I'm up 180,000 and 40K in options, right? But hey, it's just him, right? Doesn't mean much. I'm up 32K year to date. Al, we love you so much, bro. Thank you for everything you do for the community. Our platform is the best thing in my life, and it's the best thing in my life too, right? At the moment, I am so happy it exists, right? You know, I'm only up $100. I got in late. My average is 325. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna start this. All right. It's okay, James. It's okay. $100 is $100. Okay. We'll get there. All right. I'm new to CLOV, but generally curious on what the main catalyst CLOV has to peak over $4, $5, where it's at. Sorry if it's okay. Yeah, so there it is. Investor Jerry needs to smoke. Oh, Jesus. You know, I think of the meme that you created of the Jamaican, you know, with the suit and everything. Okay. All right. So let me see here. So there's my tinfoil hat out of the way. But yes. So I think Clover is up right now on these algorithms. And I think now we're about to see a lot of institutional investors increase. Now, here's the thing. We went ahead and distributed the top 1,000 best institutional stocks on our stock terminal. To answer JB's question, okay? In life, there is no secret Excel file that will make you rich. There's no secret Excel file that if you follow, you'll get rich. And the reason why I say that is because these institutional investors are smart, okay? I guarantee you that amongst those companies that you see on that list, that top 1,000 best institutional investor stocks, I bet you some of them have been purposely, artificially inflated to show an increase in institutional ownership, but they're more of an options track that have allowed them to hedge just so they can manipulate this signal. Like anything in life, you have to clean the signal. Clover's on there and Palantir's on there, okay? And there's obviously other stocks on there as well that are in the top 3,000. In fact, Clover used to be in the top 3,000. So maybe we should copy it and get the top 5,000 best stocks. But the problem is you would have to search 5,000 companies. And you see, now that you see the hard part about this, right? Because amongst those companies, let's say out of that 1,000, you may have maybe 5 that are good and the rest are garbage, right? And the rest are garbage. So how I would do this is I would go ahead and I would go through a stock screener. And this is, I think we have the criteria filter on the stock screener on the mastering course on what I look for. And you would go ahead and search for stocks from a fundamentally sounding perspective. And let's say you take 8,000 stocks and narrow it to, let's say, 500 stocks, 300 stocks. Then you take all those stocks, you copy them, and you basically copy, control, find on that Excel sheet. And you see if there's a matchup, because you've already done the fundamental analysis in terms of the searching of the stock screener. And then you're doing an institutions analysis. And then when you find, let's say you're 5 or 20 or 30 that's on that list, then you go ahead and pull up the financial sheet. Then you do an intrinsic value calculation. Then you understand the moat of the business, the competitive advantage, insider buy and sells, more specific institutional SEC 13F filings. And you go deep and ham on it. Then you listen to the earnings call, right? Then you know, right? So that's kind of how I would do this, right? It's a lot of work, but again, this is not easy, right? And there's the video. Man, that face, you already know I was on something that day. I was really upset that day. So I made a video a couple days ago, 4 days ago, and I said Clover Health, real price target. Okay. And I said Clover Health is anywhere between $4 to $14. And this is growing at a 13% growth rate. Just imagine if Clover goes to 20, 30, 40% growth rate. What do you think is going to happen? I'm not going to go ahead and do the price target for this because first let's get to 7 and then we can move on to the next level. Okay. And then let's go ahead and do so. We talked about the stock market picks. We talked about the deep dives, and then we talked about this, and then intrinsic value. So the main thing here is we are having an expiring coupon code, Black Friday, lifetime access, one-time payment. This includes access to our stock terminal that has over 2.5 billion outputs of institutionally graded data. This is by far one of the best deals that you'll see for this package. Prices will be increasing. So take advantage of this for this Black Friday coupon code, right? And again, you can go ahead and speak. You speak to the lifetime members. You guys know how hard I work, right? I mean, think about it. Let's just be clear. I have over 700 videos for free that have a lot of great and useful information on YouTube. Okay. If you think that's good, just imagine what we have on the stock terminal. It's like having, I mean, how do I say this? It's like having sardines on YouTube and then having a high-grade caviar with champagne, Cristal on our stock terminal. That's pretty much the difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and see here. Let's rip to 10 to quiet the haters. No, sadly, new haters will come. Yes, these types of haters will quiet. New haters will come. New haters will say, well, this stock, it hasn't really done much. It is back to SPAC prices. That's what they're going to say. They're basically, I know how these folks work. They're going to say, well, it didn't really do much. It's at break even now. It's at break even, right? No one has made money. That's literally what they would say. And then it's going to be us sitting in the corner watching our portfolios up millions of dollars. We're going to be like, what the hell is this guy talking about? What is this guy talking about, right? Oh my God, right? If we are at 95% in the sentiment score, why we at only 22% institutional investor ownership? I think we're much higher already or soon to be. Well, that's the thing. So every 3 months, these hedge funds have to file. The problem is they file it at the last minute because why would they want to file immediately? So they can alert people like us, right? And I'm sure honestly, these hedge funds hate YouTube channels like that. I mean, I'm telling you, they're like, F this guy, right? Because this guy knows what knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, right? And we're providing the knowledge and we're providing the data to get you the power, right? And then also, a lot of these institutional investors like to wait also until the company's fiscal free cash flow positive. And some of them, and actually majority of them, want to wait until it's net income on a GAAP adjusted basis positive. But by then it's too late. The stock will be like $8 to $10, and then it's going to go up to, $17, $25. You guys know the drill. Okay. Let's see. I just want to get to 10 too, but nice and slowly. The options are just paying too good. Honestly, just me. Honestly, let me tell you something. I wouldn't bat an eye if we trade sideways between $3.50 to $4 for the next 2-3 years. I am milking the crap out of the options chain. And for folks that want to see what I'm doing, I issue out my options move on our stock terminal. Again, our stock terminal is jam-packed. It's like the Bellagio buffet in Las Vegas. I just keep packing shit in it until your heads are going to explode. And then I can give you, hopefully once I, have the privilege to learn, then we can talk about brain surgery. I'm just kidding, right? That's a joke, right? Okay, so all right, let's see what's going on here. All right, people really backfire. Nothing is definite. There's always risk, 100%. I think it's retail being stingy and not letting go of their shares on this one. I mean, right? The money makers and funds have done a lot to shake out people, and they probably hate how much retail still owns it. And it's crazy. They probably hate me, right? I'm telling you, right? But here's the thing. Let's be honest, though. Let's be honest. If Clover goes to, let's say $15 and then goes down to $7, $8 really quickly, I'm sure there's going to be some retail investors that are going to sell, right? And I think that's when institutions are going to take advantage. I think we're going to get something like that, right? Where can we see 77 on the list? So, if you're part of the stock terminal in which you are, go to the Clover Health chat. It was posted there, but you can also go ahead and just look at it here. So it's number 77. In fact, you can look at it here. So here's the country rank, and here's the global rank. So these are the top stocks in the country, right? So let me just give me a moment here real quick. Let me go down to 77. So you go down to 77, and here it is. Here's 77. You only highlight it. And here's Clover. Here's 244. Here's Clover. You see that? So there it is, right? Let me go back up here. Okay. There's that. And they were also kind of trolling 100%, right? And I told him, are these people that don't get the concept of stock trading? Absolutely. This guy used to teach future Wall Streeters in school. It's really funny because I used to teach the executive MBA portion at my institution. I used to teach the economics, and it was pretty fun, man. It was really fun. I have no idea what you are saying. I love the chat. There was a person who reached out to me who's been buying Clover, but they were bad mouthing Al that he's been changing his story with Clover. Okay. Listen, regardless, it sucks to lose, but you have to be the man and be responsible. Driver, I don't know what's going on, Driver. I'm so confused. Now I'm confused, Driver. I don't know. Right? But here's the thing. You're gonna get people oh, here it is. Truth is, people don't care about investing in health. Just wait till everyone jumps in. 100%, right? Here's the thing. Look. You're gonna get people that are gonna say, you're gonna see a lot of folks that are just gonna talk bad because that's their life. The internet is pretty crazy, and I understood the kind of what you're getting yourself into when you kind of put yourself online out here. But again, I would say the risk and reward is just too much to ignore. What we're living through right now is like the Henry Ford assembly line, like the creation of the internet, the creation of the computer, now the creation of the AI platform that will help reduce costs in America and hopefully internationally. You know, I just and the thing is, it's not just calling out a stock. It's creating an educational platform that actually teaches you how to calculate a price target, right? So, and again, it's an educational platform, right? I'm not a financial advisor whatsoever, right? So there it is, right? See here, JC. Michael, you said you don't even know how much cash the company has. Do some research and come back to the comment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Michael. I mean, I'm just gonna. It's hard to. It's. I watch my videos honestly. Do some research. I mean, I don't know. Like you're calling for 10 and still hasn't seen a real reason to get there. I mean, here's the beautiful part about the people that watch my channel. A lot of you guys have been watching for a long time. You guys are probably one of the most educated audiences on YouTube finance on YouTube, right? And again, a lot of people that thought they were smart were talking shit about Clover, and now Clover is the top 77 best stock in the United States and top 244 best stocks in the world. So, you know, and here it is. Here it is. Here's some educated people coming online, right? Company has no debt, trading at 1x revenue, 4 stars, 119 million in free cash flow. Like other companies are garbage and are at like 5 billion to 10 billion market cap. And here you are, Michael, saying you're calling for 10 and still haven't seen a real reason to get there. And again, this is beautiful part, right? Here's the big part about reality here. There are people, it's a free market, right? And there are people that believe, like Michael believes in himself, right? But he believes in his brain. I mean, he just has passion. He believes in his brain cells and believes in his intelligence. And it's okay, right? It's good, right? It's good for us because people are going to be shorting Clover. People are going to be, let's say, selling Clover at 5 or 6 or 3. And that's going to be good because institutions crave for passionately smart people like Michael that just truly believe in themselves, right? They create opportunities for institutions to buy the stock from them, right? I mean, AO answered you in the most respectful way. Company has no debt, trading at 1x revenue, 4 stars, 119 million in free cash flow, right? Activating of their SaaS, insider purchase and buying, institutional increase in ownership, right? Gross margins are increasing. Operational cash flows are increasing. Oh, I'm just adding a couple more to you, my friend, right? Michael, it is called intrinsic value based on fundamentals. There it is. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. There are people that are not going to believe about what we say. There are people that are not going to believe about intrinsic value. There are people that are going to laugh and say, what the hell is this Black Friday? This is all a joke. This is all fake. We're paying for the data. This data is expensive. This data ain't free. This data ain't free. Find me a place that'll say lifetime access to education and lifetime access to deep dives, and most importantly, lifetime access to data, lifetime access to algo flow, lifetime access to fundamentals, 30 plus years of data, right? There are people, Kevin, that unfortunately their brain will not take in intrinsic value. And some of them will purposely act like they don't take it in to purposely derail the discussion of the video. But it's okay. We have, for every one video, there will be thousands more. Okay. Because ultimately, 77 out of how many? That's a good question. That's a good question, James. That's a good question. Hold on. How many stocks in the USA? So about 8,000 securities listed in the U.S. Stock Exchange. Again, that's New York. I don't know about the NASDAQ. Yeah, so let's call it 8,000. Again, 77 divided by 8,000. Yeah, it's not even, it's in the top 0.0009%. I mean, come on, guys. This is huge, okay? In the thousands. You got it. Right? How many stocks in the NYCE and NASDAQ? Yeah, I think like it's either going to be 8,000 plus 3,000. Or we could just, I don't know why I'm guessing. Here, let's just talk to our stock terminal. And you guys have access to your own AI too. So there's that. Or how about this? Let me see here. How many stocks in the USA? In the thousands. I think there's more because this is New York Stock Exchange, but it's also penny stocks too. The OTC market, sorry, the penny exchange. So it's not including that. It's including this one, but yeah, it's in the thousands. That's pretty damn good, guys. Right? I think this number's higher. I think it's 8,000. This hasn't been updated for a while. So if you go here, there's about there it is. Trading 8,000 securities listed in the stock market. This is directly from the New York Stock Exchange. So about 8,000. So you take you take 77 divided by 8,000. Let's just do it. Oh God, 77 divided by 8,000, and you go ahead and you multiply that by 100%. Clover Health is in the top 0.96%, literally in the top 1%. Okay, better. All right. But yeah, Michael. I'm sorry. Yeah, Kevin. There are people that are just not going to believe in what intrinsic value is, but it's okay because we need people like that. This is going to sound harsh. Okay. We need people to stay in the matrix. Okay. We need people to row the boat. They need to row the boat. We need people to buy high and sell low. We need people that will sell Clover when there's a recession. We need people when there's a recession. We need them to spill their blood on the street. We need those people so we can eat their meat. We need them. They play a vital role. The question you have to ask yourself is, what do you want to do in life? Do you want to learn? Do you want to be part of that 1%? Or do you want to be part of the person rowing the boat? Listen, guys, I've been rowing the boat my whole freaking life, okay? I started from the absolute bottom of society in the United States, all right? I was literally in the freaking bathroom cleaning crap and cleaning the toilets in a freaking Middle Eastern cafe. And during the afternoon, I was a freaking cafeteria lunch boy, right? I was a cashier, right? I was literally rowing the boat. I was cleaning the shit off of the freaking toilet so the boat can continue to row for the owners. Okay, that's where I came from, right? And what I'm telling you is there's some people that are going to listen, and there's some people, and I'm just surprised why they're even watching the video. Because, I mean, imagine, I just can't believe you have all this evidence that this works, and yet you're still, not only begs to believe that potentially they may be trolls. I don't know. But there are going to be people out there that just don't believe. They do not see the vision. But we need people like this. We need people that will sell when shit hits the fan. We need people that will become emotional because those people give us opportunities. Those people, let me show you very quickly. Nope, wrong one. This one. We need this, okay? These are the people. These are the people that, during the COVID-19 pandemic, these are the people that sold. We need people like that because we will buy from them. 2022, people that sold in 2022, we bought from them for Clover. They were fearful. The people equal fear. Oversold RSI, below intrinsic value. Conclusion, be greedy when others are fearful. We need them. We need them, right? All right, so, and people who don't invest and use the market to their advantage are likely to struggle. I mean, there it is. Oh, Clove be going up. I agree. Bro has two first names. Me likey. My wife has commented how I watch Al rather than football now. Oh man, the sad part is I don't watch football. I watch basketball, but only I watch football at the last 5 minutes of the Super Bowl. I know it's terrible. You guys are gonna slap me. And I watched the last 5 minutes of the basketball. I can't wait. I want to know what happens. Potential is insane, honestly. Hoping for 30 in the next 2 to 3 years. Me too, AO. You're literally speaking my language. Okay. It's also smiles. Just okay. There it is. There. I was like, this guy's very smart here, right? So do not take it for granted what Al has done for us and the platform. This is genius, and you're lucky that he's actually a decent person. Well, that's the thing. Like a lot of people, like listen, guys, I'm not the only one that's figured this out. This whole intrinsic value, right? Other people know this. It's just they're quiet about it. They don't talk about it. And it's a shame because it's this has changed my life. My life is documented online. You can see my life. You can see the stories that were written about me from homeless to medical school. I literally came from nothing. And I'm telling you, this works. This works, and they don't want you to know about it. They don't want, and it's a shame. It's a shame, right? You know, people pay thousands of dollars for this type of research. Exactly. And here's the thing. People pay thousands of dollars per month. People pay thousands of dollars per month for this type of research. And it's true. It is true. This type of research makes you millions of dollars. Okay. And that's what I'm trying to do. And here's the thing. And the beautiful part is once we educate all of you folks that join, some come more educated than others, but we will all reach the mountaintop together. Then we can go through all of these stocks, especially during recessions. And we are going to take advantage of that. And we're going to find 10, 20, 30, 40 baggers. We're going to find them because we know how to look, and we have a GPS. And the GPS is called the intrinsic value calculation. And not just that, we have the SEC 13F filings. We have algo flow. We have other price targets from other analysts. We have our finger on the pulse. Love it, Bill. Your wife will thank you later. What do you mean confused? No, you were saying, I forgot about, you were saying some things I forgot, honestly. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. There's so much going on. You have to be smart enough to know when people are stupid. You know, Critter Chops, you always know how to take, that's what they call you, the general. You know how to take 30 minutes of explanation and put it in one sentence. I sold my boat after joining the platform. Right, there it is. Right, now you own it. Bill Ackman is an excellent investor, but he lost billions with Herbalife. Oh, I agree. Yeah. I mean, he lost billions in Netflix, or millions. He should have kept it, but he has his methods, and his methods work. Hi, Al. Would you like to share what percentage of your platform's call alerts are green and how much, for example, 12 months afterwards? So here's the thing, Otto. Remember, nothing I say constitutes financial advice. We wrote a report that looks at our performance. It's the annual report. For 2023, we went ahead and published it. We're going to be making a 2024 one soon. Let me see. Oh, this was written in November 30, so definitely higher up. Oh, to answer your question, November 30. Oh, there it is. Okay, here it is. All right. So here's the annual report. There it is. Now there's a better one, honestly. Is there a better one? Yeah, it's somewhere on here. It's okay. So there it is. Okay, here's the annual report. And this talks about the stock picks of 2023, our portfolio hedging modeling system. And it talks about how, for our top 2023 picks, we yielded 114% return. And this was 2023. I mean, now 2024, you guys know Clover. Clover's up a lot. Palantir's up a lot. So you guys have that, right? We talked about semiconductors. We talked about our portfolio hedging modeling system. We talked about macroeconomic headwinds and early market. We talked about turning the tide, signs of hope, and pivot began. So we were saying that they're going to be cutting interest rates, which is good. They're going to, so we talked about that. We talked about the Magnificent Seven smaller caps shine. We predicted that, right? We talked about kind of the whole Ukraine problem. We talked about inflation, how it's falling down. We talked about the conflict in Israel and Palestine. We talked about the money market funds. We talked about the year of resilience, and this is my favorite. We talked about small caps versus large caps. We talked about how we are about to basically enter a period of overperformance for small caps, and we haven't had that since 1997. We talked about the Russell 2000. We talked about all of these things, right? We talked about all of these things, and you could basically see it. And then obviously this is, we have our disclaimer that none of this is financial advice, right? And make sure be careful not to take it as such, just an educational platform. But like Otto, what I was saying is that our platform speaks for itself. You look at Clover, it's there. Again, we release them, and you can use your own frontal lobe of your brain that God has given you to determine if our platform is truly the best. And you could look at our calls on Clover. Only people that called it out on Wall Street, we were the only people calling out Clover, and I put my name on it, right? And it came on correctly, and we haven't even started yet. And I just showed you the annual report, and you saw our call out for small caps went to the moon. We called out all the other stocks that went up great, and then 2024 we'll be releasing one as well. You already know Clover went up, and we also released our portfolio hedge as well. You can track that video. I think one of the if you don't recall, you go to YouTube channel. I think it's lives. You go to hedge. Release. Yeah, here it is. Clover Health, terrible performance, because it was 7 months ago and I felt bad. So I said, you know what? Fine. So we had some performance issues. And then I'm like, you know what? We're going to go ahead and release our paid portfolio hedging modeling system for this year. So since the year is over, we rebalance every year. So this is our portfolio hedge. Let me just double check to make sure. And I need to go ahead and update it. We also have our yes, there it is. So yeah, so you could go ahead and do the research here. So we published this 7 months ago, but this was published originally, these stock picks. Let me see if I can find it out. These stock picks where the hell is it? These stock picks were published in is it this one here? Hold on. Internet's there it is. So these stock picks were published in the beginning of the year in January. I'm trying to double check to see. There it is. So here it is. So we went ahead and published this, and I can share with you here so you can see, because we released this because of the Clover. So January 2nd, we released it, 2024, and this was the stocks that we released, right? And which is what we talked about here. So we can go ahead and we could just search. So first we did Visa. We'll just do it here. We'll do this one. So Visa stock up 21.71%. Okay, good. Into, and then again, this is just a portfolio allocation. We don't know if they sold out here. 6.29%. There was a point where it was up 10%, and even up here, 16%. We have FI. Let's look at this one. FI stock. This one's up 66%. This one's up 66%. What else? We have HCA. HCA. This one's up. Oh, wait a minute. I have to go to Yahoo Finance for this one. Year to date is up 20%. Okay. Now Chipotle is interesting. Chipotle is up 37%, but it was actually up a lot higher. It was actually up 49% because the CEO of Chipotle went to Starbucks. So that's why it fell, but now it's recovering. But again, 37%. This is a CPRT. This is up 33%. FTNT. These are the other stock picks we have in our paid system here. This is up 64% year to date. MSCI. This is up 9.69%. Bro. What's up, bro? Bro stock is up 59%. It's totally being a bro. Wingstop is up 30%. It was up higher. Again, it was actually up 75%. But again, this is where, you know, we show the opportunities. We show them in the beginning of the year, and then it's up to the educational platform to say, okay, is this even worth it? Let me calculate the intrinsic value. And maybe this thing did reach its intrinsic value, and that's why it went down here, right? So this is, you know, again, you know, there's the opportunity, there's the run up, right? Hold on, fix. Okay, hold on, that's not so fix stock. Oh, look at fix. Yeehaw, look at that fix. So we called this out, and again, it's all in the details, right? You can hold on and read this, right? This is our portfolio hedging modeling system, right? This is our proprietary stock thing where we go ahead and, you know, show the best stocks, right? So again, you know, this is outside of Clover and Palantir and all the other ones that we like as well. So here's fix. We called it out. We called it out at $200. $200 we called it out. And now it's $493. It's up 144%. What else? QLYS. Quillis, whatever that is. Quillis. This one's down 19%, right? Some of them are works and some of them don't work. Some of them are sleepers, some of them are not, right? And then, you know, this may potentially go back to a rebound. We got to figure out why, you know, what's going on with it, right? So that was the only one that was down, which is great. Yes. We got this one. This one's up 43.56%. We got NSP. Let's see how much is that one. NSP is up. Is down 33%, right? So we got two that were down, right? Two that are down. And potentially we got to figure out kind of why. Why is it down? You know, potentially, could this be a sleeper? Could we have a sleeper on us, right? Right. So we, you know, this is where we got to do the intrinsic value. I mean, who knows? Maybe it was already overvalued, right? So we could go ahead and kind of just very quickly just figure out kind of what's going on, because, you know, there might be some opportunity within this. You know, Thomas, one of our, there it is. This is why it became free cash flow negative. That's why it's falling. So the question now is this a 1 year free cash flow negative and then it's going to go positive, or is this something that's going to stay there like that, like Walgreens? You know, one of the good stocks here, a lot of them are up 50, 60%, but Fix is up 144%. Now overall, you look at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is up 27.48%, and a lot of those stocks are up more than 40%. Some of them are down, but if you overall take the average, we're most likely beating the S&P. Our portfolio hedging modeling system has an 18-year backtest model, and we've won every year. But again, maybe this might be the year, so we'll go ahead and average it. We'll release our annual report. But overall, our main picks, which is Clover, Palantir, Palantir is up 300%, and Clove is up 262%. So there it is, Otto. I mean, we just shared that. Honestly, Al is awesome because he doesn't ban people who disagree. He accepts everyone's thoughts. That's why he's legit. I appreciate you, AO, right? The way Clove will be utilizing data, some data statistics about your platform would be appreciated as well. So they know, of course. So and we have them. We publish the data. Where the hell is it? We published it here. You can see the performance. We have the data here, right? So you can go ahead and read that, right? Oh, let's see. All right. Al might have to get a security guard. Hopefully not, right? But yeah, it's gonna happen. Sadly, people pay top dollar for intrinsic value, 100%. I remember 2008 when when people bought GE. Yikes! Hey Al, probably after, right? GE, it dropped to 8. There it is. I'm up 100K on Clover. I think this answers Otto, right? There it is, Otto. You speak for itself, right? Our data speaks for it. Sure, B-Rad. Thanks for your answer and the time. Absolutely. Made 797 on Friday scalping. There it is, Eric. So, folks, like we said, we try to be as transparent as possible, right? There was a time where Clover wasn't performing well, and I said, I'm sorry. I went ahead and released our paid portfolio hedging modeling system and released these stocks that have done, a lot of them done really well. And again, NSP at the time wasn't doing well, and also QLS wasn't doing well. So usually when losers are losers, they usually stay losers. And sometimes you may get one. Hold on. Did MSCI fix itself? And some might fix itself, but again, usually, and this is the thing that I like to teach, we showed you that this was like NSP and QLSY weren't doing well, right? But then FIX, because we published this in the beginning of the year, it was up 144%. But when we made this video in April, FIX was only up 53%. But yet, if you look at FIX now, year to date, instead of up 53%, it's up 144%. Because winners stay winners. You got to hold on to them, right? And again, not financial advice. I'm just teaching you what Wall Street likes to do, right? So overall, this is kind of what I'm basically talking to you guys about, right? And this is what our platform provides. And it's lifetime access, one-time payment. Now, there's going to be people that don't see value in that. Then those are not the people that we want on our platform. We don't want a bunch of goats. No, we want goats, right? We don't want a bunch of lambs, right? I got to confuse the difference here, right? But there it is, guys. I hope that this video proves itself that our platform, we did a little bit of our annual report, but this is not going to be, it's going to be a lot better annual report than what we have on this video in terms of kind of the overall return. But I'm very excited. I'm really excited on what we have thus far, and what is there to say, right? For folks that are interested in the Black Friday sale, you guys already know where to look. Go to alstocktrades.com, type it in, and please integrate yourself. A lot of folks have signed up in the past 48 hours. We had like 50 signups in literally the past 24 hours. And I'm just asking myself, only 3 of you integrated. Now, Nurse Cubano, I'm going to get you. I understand you're having difficulties. I'm going to get to you, right? We're going to fix that, right? But a lot of you guys purchased but haven't integrated yet. So get to integrating because you're leaving information on the table. Right? We're in a bull market now. Get up. Wake up. Okay? So there it is. So Otto, yep, very excited to answer your question. Again, we like to, it's very transparent. And the way we pick the portfolio hedging modeling system, the sad part is I can't, I'm not going to be releasing this in the future anymore because it is our and I'm also afraid that hedge funds may see it and they may backtrack how we're doing it. and they may hurt it, right? So I got to be careful, right? Because these guys manipulate, right? Our way we find them is pretty sophisticated, and it takes us about 30 days to find them, and we start looking for them in December, right? So there's a lot of research. Actually, it takes us more, but it takes a long time to figure these out. All right, guys. So as always, and we released them in the beginning of the year, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys. God bless all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.